steps, baby steps. We're getting back into it. But yeah, hi guys. I missed you so much. I missed vlogging. I missed having a sense of personality. If you're new here, hi, my name is Naomi and I'm a first year PA student. I just finished my fall semester about a week ago. It was a lot. It was a lot to say the least, but we're gonna recap and sit down and have like a chit chat a little later on. I just wanted to pick up my vlogging camera because I missed you guys so much and you guys were so sweet because a lot of you DM'd me on Instagram. I was like, hey girl, hope everything is going good, but we missed you on YouTube. And I was like, aww. Me? You missed your girl. I felt so loved and seen, so I love you guys so much and I appreciate all of you for just sticking with me, rocking with me. I know before I left on my little hiatus, I told you guys I was going to vlog my fall semester and I was going to show you guys all the ins and outs of being like a PA student as well as a mom and all of this stuff. But honestly, when I tell you, my fall semester beat me to the ground, curb stomped me and sent me flying every which way. I'm actually not kidding. I lost my mind for most of it, to be honest, and I completely derailed my routine. So I want this video to be more of like a reset, getting into the new year, reset, getting into the spring semester so that we can go in with a routine, with a plan, and with some sense of identity, because that is really, really important. I'm gonna talk to you guys a little later on and give you guys a recap of how my fall semester went, what went wrong, and what I feel I could do better, and just some tips if you're thinking about going into PA school, what will help you. This morning we did our Bible study routine. I'm trying to get back into doing my Bible study every morning. Ideally, it would be before I start school, so usually our schedule is like 8 to 4-ish or 5. I want to be able to get up at like 6 and spend my time with God, because I feel like that's what I went wrong last semester. I was literally on go, 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 that I just forgot everything. Like, I forgot my sense of self. I forgot, most importantly, who brought me here and the one person that got me through the program, which is our Lord Jesus Christ, period. I seen it firsthand when I didn't put God at the forefront of everything. Literally everything would crumble. I also want to get back into the gym, so that's what we're about to get ready for right now. I already have my clothes picked out. I'm gonna get dressed, and then I'll see you guys when we get in the car. Showered, we got our eyebrows started. I'm feeling more like a person. Now we got all our stuff checked off of my resetting my life notes list. We went to the gym, we did our Bible study, and we got our eyebrows started. So now I just want to do some things around the house really quick. I want to unload the dishwasher and load it, clean off the countertops a little bit. Me and my boyfriend deep cleaned last week, literally once I got off of school, because this apartment was very much needed of a deep clean. So I don't have to do that much cleaning. It's more so like tidying up. We are going to unload the dishwasher, vacuum the living room, and then we can sit down and talk about the fall semester. now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about how my first semester of PA school went. Again, if you're new here, I am a 23-year-old mom to a 2-year-old boy toddler, and I'm also a full-time student in PA school, which is physician assistant. I thought that I couldn't vlog during the semester, but honestly, acclimating back into a school environment, especially like with me having a 2-year gap between undergrad and PA school, it was very, very humbling, especially because if you're in grad school, especially if you're in PA school, the curriculum is very, very rigorous. It's very fast, and just being thrown in there to the dogs literally and being like, okay, well, you have to learn how to fend for yourselves. It's a lot to take on, especially for a mom, I want to say, because not only did I have the responsibility of making sure I was learning to save lives, like it wasn't even just about passing at this point. I actually have to learn to save someone's life, because someone's life is going to be in my hands one day, and you don't just learn to pass, you learn again to save lives. So that, on top of being a mom as well, was a lot for me to juggle. It took me a while to find my rhythm in excelling at school, but also excelling as a mom, which was one of my fears that I felt was gonna come up during school. I felt if I was excelling at school, then I wasn't really being there as present as a mom. It was a lot of teeter-totter at first, like for the first few months, but then towards the end, I feel like I really got a hang of it, which it was also with the support of my boyfriend. Like, I don't know what I would have done without him. He was so great and so patient with me and so helpful, and just, you know, encouraging me every day and helping me out with K and stuff. So I really appreciate him so much, because this semester, bro, was crazy. Like, I lost myself. I lost my routine, my sense of identity, because it is literally chaos. PA school in itself is so fast paced, and you're literally learning how to become a doctor in a 2-year time frame, which is absolutely insane. So all the information that's being thrown at you, not only do you have to make sure it sticks to you, but you need to make sure you understand and comprehend, because that is what's gonna ultimately guide you to saving a person's life and treating actual patients. I feel like juggling all of that in general was a lot, which is why I felt like my routine was dwindling a lot, because I was just on go, and I didn't have time to really just sit back and take a breather and take time for myself. And especially like once you fall behind in one class, you don't like, you literally cannot catch up. So it's like always you're playing this game of catch up. So if I'm always trying to catch up, how in the world can I ever just take time and relax and just do something for me, get in my Bible, when I'm always worried about how in the world am I gonna study for the next quiz? When am I gonna have the time to study for the next quiz? All of this content, how is it humanly possible for it to fit inside of my brain? But it did, and it was literally by the grace of God. And that's something that he showed me this semester, is that no matter how far he may feel away from me, he's literally always there for me. Like, I feel like a lot of times when you pray for something that you deeply want from God, like your deepest desire, and he gives it to you, you can't even fully enjoy it, because you are either self-doubting yourself, like doubting that you can even do it, or you're always thinking of the worst thing that can happen. And I feel like that's a way that the enemy really tries to strip the joy off of the blessing that God gives you. It also negates the fact that you can't even sit and think about like this answered prayer and give gratitude and honor to God, because you're just so in the midst of thinking of whatever can happen that will go wrong. So it's like I had to learn to not let the enemy strip my joy out of this answered prayer that God gave me. Like, I had to do a 360 on my perspective and be like, you know what, like, it's an honor that I get to study. It's an honor that I get to be in the career that I want to be. It's an honor and a blessing that one day I'll be able to save a person's life. Like, it's an honor and a blessing that I'm even here in this seat out of thousands and thousands of people. Like, it's an honor and it's a blessing. And a lot of times when you're in the thick of it and you're in the chaos, you can't see what an honor, what a blessing, and what a promise keeper God is to you, because the enemy is always going to try to strip the joy of your answered prayer away from you. And I had to learn to tell his bald-headed self to just kick rocks, because whenever a negative thought would go into my head, whenever I would doubt myself and tell myself, am I even capable of this? I had to reaffirm what I knew based on what the Bible says or what God says about you. Like, you are capable. There's nothing that he doesn't give you that you can't handle. So if he gave it to you, you can handle it, period, point blank. And whatever negative thoughts that are in your head, like rummaging around, that's not from God, that's from the enemy, because God will never shame you. God never doubts you. He never talks down on you. So it's like, if you're constantly having those negative thoughts, you need to go take a break and go into your prayer corner. It's all a learning game. And now I'm happy and I'm grateful that I went through that, because now in the spring semester, I can take all of that stuff that I learned from the fall semester. Now I can prepare myself for success instead of literally waiting or just trying to play a catch-up game and burning myself out in the midst of it, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I guess that's the recap and kind of vent session I had to say about the fall semester. The spring semester, this is one of our heaviest semesters yet. I think we have like 25 credits or so. Our last semester was 18 or 19. We had like 6 classes, which was dermatology, neurology, hematology. We had pharmacology, and we have professional practice 1, which is basically like a crash course on the intro to becoming a physician assistant. My tips, like if you're in PA school, if you're going into PA school, you need to have a solid support system. Like, when I'm talking solid, I mean nothing can shake that support system, because I cannot tell you a day that went by that I did not rely on my boyfriend. And he was literally he's the most perfect person that would help me get through this, because he was strong in himself and he was always supporting me. He was always encouraging me. You need someone that's going to uplift your spirits and be like, you would have not been given this opportunity if God didn't think you were capable of handling it. So it's a lot of times where you need that person to uplift you, and you just need a support system that is going to stay 10 toes down behind you. You also need one at school. So not only do you need one at home, but you need a support system at school. You need to find friends, a study group that knows what you're going through and will get through it with you. I could not have gotten through my first semester without my friends and my friend group. Plan your life and plan ahead, please, because once you fall behind in one class, it's literally a domino effect, and you're going to continually fall behind in others. Once you already feel like you're behind, personally, I feel like you couldn't catch up, because there's a lot of times where I fell behind and I was struggling. That's why I felt like I was losing myself in my mind, because I was constantly playing this game of catch up, and I was caught in the chaos that, girl, I was just fighting for my life to just get through the day or just get through a quiz, and then boom, another quiz comes, and boom, you have an exam, and then you have an OSCE, and then you have a practical. You need to plan accordingly. You have to stick to your schedule so you don't fall behind. You need an amazing support system, and when I tell you to get resources, get them resources, especially Smarty Pants. Yeah, me and her go together real bad. She is one of my tried and true gems of PA school, which it basically goes off of what system you're in. So they have all the systems on here that cover, we're going to be quizzed on our boards, which is what we need in order to be a certified physician assistant. So this is like a crash course of the most important high yield information that you're going to see on your board exams. And they literally go right in line with the curriculum of our schools. I love her. I love Cram the Pants. Cram the Pants, he is also that girl. And it's basically a podcast And again, it's going to tell you the most high yield, most important information about what's gonna be on your board exam. So this is his YouTube channel right here. And if you don't have a whiteboard yet, girl, you better go out and buy one. The whiteboarding method works so well, and it's an indicator to what you actually know. I was using Feynman's technique, so I would take our charts that we made for specific diseases, and I'll read over it, I'll dump it on the whiteboard, and then I'll erase it, and without looking at the chart, I'll try to dump as much as I know on the whiteboard again, and at the end I'll look at the chart and I'll look for anything that I got right, anything that I got wrong, and then I'll focus more on the things that I got wrong to make sure that it made sense. And if it didn't make sense, I would go to Smarty Pants, I would go to Cram the Pants and look up the specific system we're in and whatever disorder or disease that he's talking about, and he explains it so well. I think those are the 3 resources I have so far. My sister got me these books for Christmas, which is Pants Prep Pearls. And again, this is just another resource you can use that has the need to know about every system and every disease within the system that is high yield on the pants. Everything revolves about the pants, because if you don't pass the pants, you're not going to be certified physician assistant. You can't practice and no one's going to hire you. You want to make sure you are researching what resources you get first, and then making sure you utilize them as well, because sometimes in the lectures they're not going to cover everything, which is something that I learned the hard way. They're not always going to cover everything, and just because they don't cover it doesn't mean it's not going to be on the exam, baby. So you have to make sure you stay strapped up basically with all of your resources. So I'll link them below in my description box if anyone is interested. I haven't used Pants Prep Pros yet, but I will for this upcoming semester. Last thing we're going to do in this video is plan a little bit for the spring semester. They already released the schedule for the first month, so I want to go ahead and put that into my Google Calendar so that it's already there and I can plan out study sessions. And then they also released the syllabus, so I just want to look at it really quick and transfer the objectives into my OneNote just so that it's already there and I'm prepared to be on go once they drop the lecture content. That way I don't have to do that once it's dropped, you know what I mean? I want to stay ready so I don't have to get ready this semester. I refuse to fall behind, because that was one of my downfalls last semester and what had me fighting for my life ultimately. So I want to put our schedule into our Google Calendar, transfer my objectives over to my OneNote, and then maybe I'll start titling our disease charts so that when we already get to the disease and disorders, we can just find the information and put it in the chart. We are preparing for success, okay? Preparing for success is what we want to do. I already have my split screen going on here with our schedule and my Google Calendar. I'm gonna clear out all of the systems that I had from last semester and delete them, and then just put in our new ones. But so far we only have H, E, E, and T, and then we're probably gonna get into, I think GI is next. Is it GI? No, it is pulmonary. everything that I needed to do to get semi set up and prepared for school. I'm just gonna screen record my laptop and I'm gonna show you guys what I did rather than flipping the camera around, because I have noticed it doesn't really what's that thing called, focus correctly on it. First, I'm gonna start off by showing you guys my calendar. So I just went ahead and put the first month of our schedule in, and then when we come back on the first day, they're gonna give us the rest of our schedule. So this is just the first month of everything, and it gives me a glimpse of like how I schedule my time and what time I have like to incorporate the gym or study sessions and stuff like that. So here we have our schedule fully put in, which is great. Then I went over to my OneDrive and I made a folder for spring 25. So here I'm gonna have all of my classes put in. So far we just have HEENT, but then we're gonna have pulmonary, cardio, GI, I think, and something else, but I can't remember right now. So I went in and I did all of our charts according to whatever disorders it is. That way when we get the lecture, we can just start ripping and running and putting in the information. So this is just a glimpse of what they all look like, and I grouped them by how it's grouped on the syllabus. And this is the chart that I'm talking about that's so super important and has helped me study, at least when it comes to like getting to really know the diseases. I think they call it the big five, but this is definitely way more than five. But I know a lot of PA students go off of the big five, which is probably just the epidemiology, which is like who it affects, etiology, pathophys, risk factors, manifestations, and diagnosis. The other two don't apply to all disorders, but they're just there just in case it does. So this is what it looks like, a little glimpse of my life here. And I study these charts, and this is what I was referring to, where I'll study the charts, then bring them on my whiteboard and then see what I got a hang of and what I don't. So I did that and I put those all into OneDrive. So I'll just share this with my study group and we'll start kind of like picking which ones we want to do and filling them out. But that comes later on. I think we don't start these until maybe the second week of January. No, we started on the third day we come back. So it's good that I already went ahead and did that so that we're all prepared. And then the last thing I did is I just went into my OneNote and I made a new notebook for HEENT. And I basically made a section for quiz 1, and then in the pages within that section, it has all of the lectures that we're going to be quizzed on for quiz 1. So I just organized them and put the objectives that correspond with each under it, as well as whatever readings that they say will help us get the answers that we need. And then I just made a little note for myself of the charts that I have in OneDrive, and then any additional objectives that those charts need. So yeah, that's basically how I set myself up for success and organize myself for the spring semester to come. I have nothing else. I think that concludes our little end of the year reset. I know a lot of other YouTubers go big and grand in regards to their reset for the new year, but honestly, I just want to reflect on the past year I have, where I went wrong, what can I do better, and just give myself my own flowers. Like, we don't give ourselves our own flowers enough, and it's important to recognize the hard work that you do and the accomplishments you make and the strives you made towards becoming a better you. Like, you have to recognize what you do and recognize that you're a G at it, and that's period. So I appreciate you guys for watching this video. I know it's been so long, but definitely stay tuned for more videos. I feel like this semester I have a better grip on things, so I won't be overwhelmed, and I can finally get back to doing the things that I love to do, which is vlogging and sharing my life with you guys. So I'll catch you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe and like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you next time, sis. Bye.